All right, I got my video up and down today because we're gonna do a big drawing of some really cool flowers. We're gonna do a big one today. All right, so I just got my paper and markers just because that's what I prefer to draw with. Whatever's easier for you, okay? So I'm gonna draw them as the colors that we're gonna use. If you wanna draw them in pen and color them in later too, that works great. So first, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna put my markers to the side, is we're gonna draw a really big watering can, and then we're gonna draw some cool flowers coming out of the top, so we'll make a whole picture today. So first I'm gonna draw the watering can, so I got gray, just you can pick green, you can get blue, whatever you like. All right, so first we're gonna make kind of a big kind of curve right here up top. Notice here's about halfway of my paper. I'm gonna go just above halfway because we still gotta have room for flowers up here. So I'm going just above halfway, and I'm just gonna make kind of this big swoop right here, almost like a big smile. So I got my swoop. I'm gonna do a big line down. I'm gonna do another swoop right down here. And I'm gonna do another big line down. Just like that. All right, this is what all of our flowers are gonna sit in. So now I'm gonna draw a handle. It's gonna be just kind of two big curves right here. Almost gonna look like an ear. All right, and then we gotta have something for our water to come out of, so it's gonna look kind of like a big watering can. So I'm gonna draw two straight lines. And then another circle just like this. Kind of another circle for it for a little bit of dimension. And that's where you put just a bunch of dots for the watering can. Okay, so there's my watering can. So now we're gonna draw some flowers that are gonna come out of the back. But I'm gonna use this. Again. So first, let's do a pink flower. So we're gonna do some tulips first. All right, so tulips are really easy to draw too. They're just kind of a big U with some points at the top. All right. So I'm just gonna draw that big U. It's okay if it's not even. And they usually have 1, 2, 3 points at the top. Almost looks like half of an egg that's been cracked open. I'm gonna color this one in real quick. All right, I'm gonna do another one right here, that same thing, to kind of a big open U. Go 1, 2, up to the top. See, 1, 2, 3 points. All right. Kind of cool part is if you want to fix it a little bit while you color it in, you can do that. All right, let's do another one. Let's do another one right here. All right, so another big U, zigzag down, those 3 points, and you just kind of color it in. So we're gonna add in all the stems and stuff after. We're gonna draw flowers first. Okay, so how about some yellow? Yeah, let's do some yellow. Okay, so now let's draw some other little flowers here. I'm gonna draw a big yellow circle, just like this. We're gonna try to, I'm gonna actually pick a little bit darker orange here, or excuse me, a darker yellow. And we're just gonna draw our petals around, just like this. Little ovals coming out. Another little oval, just like this. These almost like raindrop colors or raindrop shapes, just like that. All right, so then another one, maybe up here, There's that middle. And then just some raindrop shapes. See, just a bunch of raindrops, just like that. All right, so now I'm gonna take my dark purple and we're gonna kind of draw just a couple more here. So one in the middle, it's gonna kind of be just a wavy petal, just like this into the middle. One, almost like a heart. Do another little wave just like this. Another wave just like that. And another little heart. All right, and color this guy in. All right, then another one right up here. Heart. Heart. It's okay if they're not even. You know, flowers grow in all different kinds of shapes and sizes. So when they don't look exactly identical, they look a lot more real that way. All right, so one more done here. Kind of a heart. And another heart. And another heart. All right. All right, so now we're gonna draw in stems for them. All right, so I got that green, but we're gonna stop. We know when they get to the top of this watering can right here, okay? So let's start at the top. So the extra trick is when you come to another flower, don't draw on top of the flower, we're gonna stop because it's gonna be hiding behind the flower. I'll show you, so stop. Kind of color it in and then just guess. So maybe it's about right here and then a little bit there to that top of that watering can. So I'm gonna make it just a little bit bigger and then stop. Color it around this flower, just like that, okay? So same thing here, we're gonna kind of have to stop around these ones and stop. And right here, just kind of color around it. So you got that stem right there. All right, make it a little bit bigger. Just like that. All right, one more for the other tulip. And stop. And stop. And this one's gonna be like that. All right, so then a little bit bigger. Just kind of draw around that other flower. All right, so let's do these orange flowers. Again, you gotta just kind of guess, and that's okay. So it's stop behind the tulip, right there. Just that little tiny one. Okay, so another one right here. This one's close to the bottom, so that's okay. And then we've got these three purples. All right, gotta be careful of that purple right there. Another one right there. Another one right there, and then another one right there. All right, so it looks kind of empty. So let's draw some extra leaves in here. Tulip leaves are pretty easy to draw, or you can draw leaves on your flowers. So first for tulip leaves, they're a little bit bigger. So they're really big, just these kind of swooping leaves, just like this. It's kind of like a wave up and a wave down. And notice I'm being careful to not color over any of the other flowers. So let's do another one right here. It's okay if it goes over the stem because it's the same color. So line up and a line down. It's quite all right. Just make sure and color around those flowers. All right, so I'm gonna do kind of a Another big leaf right here. And another leaf right here for these other ones. Just adding a little bit more to the background. Another leaf there. Oh, careful of the purple. Yep, just coloring around those flowers. All right, so we're almost done. So now I'm gonna go back to that gray color of my watering can, and you're gonna draw the back of your watering can right here, but we're gonna be extra careful. So I'm gonna be drawing my line right here, but you wanna make sure and not go over the flowers. You just wanna go behind them like we did with all these other colors, okay? So it's just gonna be the opposite. It's just gonna be a little curve like this, but I'm gonna stop right there around my flowers, all right? So just like this, I'm gonna stop. And again, it's just a guess, so it's okay. I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna finish my curve right there. All right, so I'm gonna color this background in gray, so it gives it a little bit more of that dimensional look. And just color around my flowers. Yep, just color around them. All right. I'm gonna color right in between these petals. All right, almost done. Still going around. All right, there's our watering can. I'm just gonna write the word spring on it just to be fun, because we got all this white space. So I'm just gonna write spring, but I'm gonna kind of do it in a cursive, but you can just watch too. So I-N G. There's a little I right there. Whoops. All right, there we go. My I is actually supposed to go right here. That's okay. Accidents happen, no big deal. All right, there we go.